Hi there. Welcome to another Q&A session. Today's question is from Sophie from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And she asks, Amy, how do I put all this effort into planning and still make sure I enjoy my day? So this is something, we don't get asked a lot as a wedding planner, but is always on our mind, is how do we make sure our clients really have a great time? You put a ton of effort into your wedding, and part of our job is to take the stress off of you so you actually enjoy it. So if you're not going to have a wedding coordinator there by your side, there's a couple things you can do to make sure you still have a great time without someone there to actually ensure that you do. So first thing is to not overextend yourself. And if you've gone through the video e-course, I talk about this a lot. But the basics are, do not plan so many activities that will cause you a bunch of stress the day of. For example, you're going to make your own bouquets, or you need to put out all your centerpieces. Those are just going to cause stress. So and this is a whole huge topic in and of itself, but don't really try and pare down the things you need to do the day of. It really should be the basics: hair, makeup, getting ready, maybe a couple of little things, but nothing involving large decorating projects or anything like that. Maybe you want to create a little memorial table for some family members that are no longer with you, and you want to make sure you have a really lovely setup with a little flower arrangement. That's fine. Little things like that, things that take no more than an hour. Totally fine. Just do not overextend yourself. Do not deprive yourself of sleep in order to overextend yourself, especially. So tip 1, don't overextend yourself. Tip 2, be comfortable. Now, this means a few different things. First, I want to tell you, try your best to wear comfortable shoes. Even if you decide to wear the most gorgeous, high-heeled, fabulous shoes you've ever seen, maybe just wear them for the ceremony and pictures, and then change into maybe a lower heel or comfortable flats. Make sure you get a dress that fits. That probably seems obvious, but you'd be surprised how many brides I see that try and squeeze themselves in tiny little dresses and they can't even breathe. And then also, be comfortable makes you eat and drink. You don't want to be starving and you're parched and you're going to be uncomfortable. And if you're uncomfortable, you're really also not enjoying yourself, because you're thinking, gosh, my feet hurt. No, I don't want to go dance because my feet hurt. Or I don't want to sit down and enjoy my meal because I can't breathe in my dress. So don't do that either. So be comfortable. Very important. Just like any other day, when you go to work, you don't wear heels that are painful. You really want to enjoy yourself at your wedding. Try and make selections that are as most comfortable as possible. Third thing, interact with your guests. Now, I don't mean interact with your guests in lieu of the dance floor. Interact with your guests because you really want to enjoy them being there, right? That's the whole point of having them. But don't interact with them in a way that you feel like you have to go to each, going to each table is great, but okay, you need to spend 2 minutes with each guest or whatever, because that feels more like a chore. Build in time to interact with them, like dancing with them. Maybe, a lot of people don't really do the money dance anymore, and that's kind of, people have different opinions about it. One of the good things about the money dance is you kind of get a couple of seconds, 30 seconds or so, to dance with each of your male guests, or your husband now gets to dance with each of your female guests. So it's a fun way to interact with your guests that's not as much of a chore. Now, if you don't want to do the money dance, totally fine, but try and think of other ways to interact with your guests. Make sure you're pulling people on the dance floor, or you're saying, hey, let's go to the bar, meet me for a drink, things like that. Really try and interact with them. You will enjoy them, and they will also feel more appreciative, and that'll be a topic we'll discuss in another video, because I've gotten a question about that as well. But really try and have fun with your guests. And I don't mean just your group of girls. Obviously, your group of girls usually are the people you most have fun with, your bridesmaids or your cousins or whatever. But try and interact with everyone. If you're going to pay for them to be there, you should at least enjoy them. So interact with them. And you'll end up having a better time as well. And finally, so this is a tough thing to acknowledge, but things probably will go wrong at your wedding. And as a wedding coordinator, that pains me to say, because it's my job to make sure nothing goes wrong. Or at least when things go wrong, you don't know about it. if you don't have a wedding coordinator hide these things that go wrong or fix them last minute, things will go wrong. So you need to develop the mindset that no matter what happens, no matter what goes wrong, you will enjoy your day. You will not let it get to you. If a vendor doesn't show or your bouquet is wrong, tell yourself in the moment, I can deal with this next week when I get back from my honeymoon. But nothing, no matter what happens, nothing is more important than you enjoying your day, because after all, you only get the one. So no matter what your bouquet looks like, no matter how many times you told the baker white fondant, not ivory, do not let it get to you. Now, this is something that you have to decide ahead of time to have this mindset. But trust me, if you have this mindset, you've put in the work, you've done the planning, you've made the effort. Now, whatever happens is out of your control. You will enjoy yourself so much more. Yes, things will probably go wrong. No, you should absolutely not let it ruin your day. So go in saying to yourself, repeat it again, no matter what happens, I will have fun. No matter what happens, I will have fun. And then, worst case, have someone designated to hide these things from you. That's probably terrible advice to give you. But, you know, there's a lot that goes wrong that wedding coordinators sort of fix before you even notice it. So if the cake is not the best color, then dim the lights a little. If your bouquet is not perfect, you know, you could pluck a few flowers, add a few other flowers, retie the bow, whatever, but do not let it bother you, whatever it is. Walk down the aisle without a bouquet. It won't be the end of the world. Just don't let it bother you. Enjoy your day. Sophie, I hope you have the best wedding ever. You guys, if you have any questions, please visit the website. It's in the description. It is also diywedding.bellagraceweddings.com. And you can ask your questions for me to answer them live. Talk to you soon.
Me again. Feel like you need a little more help? One-on-one help is available in the form of video and online chatting with yours truly in 10 or 20 minute increments. Visit diywedding.bellagraceweddings.com for more information. Talk to you soon.